Hi everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to the first collaboration of the year. It's called Three on the Third, hosted by Wonder and Dream of 555. This is a addition to all the other card making collaborations that prepare us for the holidays, like 10 on the 10th and any of the other Christmas card related collaboration. So I am going to share with you what I'm going to be doing. We're going to go ahead and make these in real time. And I was thinking that maybe 3 cards would be like press for time cards, or 3 cards would be like the loan cards. I don't know, because I'm also participating in 10 on 10th. And I always tell you that bulk card making can get a bit much after X amount of cards. But nonetheless, we're going to do it. And I said I want to try to make 4 to 5 cards each time I make a particular card. This is no exception, even though it's 3 on the third. I'm going to try to make 4. So what I did is I cut down an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, and we have our background right here. I'm using some Project Life cards that I picked up from Tuesday Morning in 2019, and it says Val Kit, but I don't think it's Valentine's Day. Maybe it's supposed to be, but I think it says Project Life Valentine's Kit, 100 pieces, but it's not. It's Mary. Mary is the name of it. I haven't really been going to Tuesday Morning a lot. I did stop in there last year. That sounds so crazy. In December, last month, right? And I was trying to find something for the Little Roommates teachers. No luck, because I had a specific thing that I was trying to get and they didn't have it. So I have my card bases already prepared, prefabricated, purchase prepared. I have the cards already laid out. So what I did is I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper from this card stock paper kit from Hobby Lobby. It's one of my favorites of all time, and I just happened to be at Hobby Lobby when they had the stuff 66% off, and I tried to get these. I like this because it has some of the things that I enjoy most in the paper pad: stamps, snowman, etc., etc. And I'm just going to make these all flat, and they should be really, really quick. So if you're pressed for time and you need to get something ready, say you're getting ready to go to your work Christmas party, and you're like, oh, I don't have a card, you can pull out something really quickly. So what I'm going to do is just reinforce this crease with my creasing tool. I hope that you all are doing well. I am doing better than I had been. I want to talk to you really quickly about a few things. Every time I tell someone I'm sick, they always ask me, do I have a C word? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. I think I have a cold. I tend to suffer from colds when I get rained on. And so that's what I'm going in my head. I'm going with. I didn't have any of the C symptoms besides cough. Like I didn't have any fever or anything like that. So I don't know. It's nothing to be super, super duper stressed about. My main focus was getting better. So what I have done, I've tried to prefabricate everything so we could just see, right? So I'm going to use some tape, Tombow adhesive, permanent tape. I'm going to put some ribbon back here because I want to make these things flat, the cards flat, but also I don't want to make them too plain. But you don't have to, in my opinion, I don't think cards are needed. You don't need to make the cards super duper fancy, because if people are getting the cards and just saying, oh, thank you for the card, and tossing them in the trash, what good is that? And after you've made the card, it's no longer yours once you give it to someone. So whatever the recipient decides to do with it is his or her business. So it took me a while to get over that someone may be trashing my work, but I sell some of my crafts and who knows what people are doing with them. And it's not any of my concern to be worried that someone's throwing my cards in the trash. If I'm selling them, they're sold. So now we're going to use some 3-in-1 glue. I just lost the lid. That's okay. We'll move forward. And I do like this glue because it does give me some wiggle room. I don't put a lot on, so I guess that's why. But the Collall glue, in my opinion, that I got, and I use it all, I think it does a better job. at giving you wiggle room. But I'm probably more free with the Collage glue, which I shouldn't be because I have to buy it from overseas and get it mailed here. I do think that HSN is now using some of, they're selling it, so I could go on HSN, but I think I get a better deal from the people that actually sell it. All right, I still always want to say that I recommend assembly line type cards. So I wanted to do some stamping, and I feel like that's what I'll do with this because it's just three. I was struggling. I cut up so much paper attempting to create something in my head first, and I have to see the project all the way out, and so I got some stamps, got ready to stamp them up, and it wasn't working for me. So I was like, let's try something different. So, I always try to make sure that the crafts that we create is something that you may have access to. I think that you probably have access to some red paper, unless you don't like the color red. Then you may have access to green, purple, other colors in and on the color wheel, rainbow. And it doesn't have to be red. I just feel like, in my opinion, red is very Christmassy. And I tend to go to red, gold, silver, green, the traditional colors. And since I had this ribbon, I have a lot of ribbon. I'm going to try to incorporate a lot more things in my regular craft videos, not the collaboration videos, because the collaboration videos are specific in some of the things that they want us to do. And when you're doing collaborations with people, you tend to want to match the theme. But sometimes I read the paper wrong and I'm doing my own thing. Everyone's dancing, going to the right in the line dance, right? And I'm going to the left. Then I have to get on pace. I say that because I've talked about this, I play video games. So The Sims, one of my all-time favorite games, they have different little line dancing in there in Sims 2. It's called the Smussle. It's like the Harlem Shuffle and the Cupid Shuffle and all of the other line dances put together, and you do these little silly dances, and if you don't know it, you look crazy, in the game. So I think that's in real life. That's me in real life, because sometimes I'm like, oh, okay, I got this, and I get in my own world and I'm not paying attention to steps, and woo, is it a mess. So anyway, I hope that you all will enjoy this series. It is a lot of people doing a lot of stuff. I have to catch up on a lot of things. Usually when I am not feeling well, I tend to just kind of, get better. Try to get better without being too much of a burden. I realize that I tend to just turn everything off and kind of zone out into something that doesn't really relate to anything that I'm doing, which I think it makes it a little bit easier for me to focus on, like getting better. So I've been drinking lots of orange juice. I've tried tea. Someone has suggested elderberry for healing, and I think I'm going to have to get some of that. I'm so excited about, the little roommate going back to school, and then at the same time I'm not. I feel like the holidays is a good breeding ground for germs, and I'm not sure if I'm ready for that. So this is our first card. I thought that would be cute because we're using a Project Life card. So if you have any Project Life cards and you're like, what the heck do I do with them? Make them into cards. Another person who does a lot of card or creations using like Project Life cards or prefabricated things is Dawn H Creates. A lot of her, which is great because it's very inspirational, a lot of her card creations or creations tags and stuff tend to have a card already, like a little piece already on it. I think that just gives you a little bit more crafty freedom to explore your creativity, your crafts, your crafting style, and things that you may not normally use. And so if you use those, then that's definitely a good way to go about it. You know, normally I don't use ribbon, but I felt like this card would be a little bit plain with just this one little centerpiece. So now we have this ribbon. It's kind of like a present. So if you're giving someone something, this could be on top of that present for them versus not being on the present. So my goal is going to try to be under 15 minutes each month. Between 5 and 15 minutes. Because I realize that sometimes I make a 30-second video and I'm like, is that really what was using that? I could just took a picture, right? So you may get a little bit more chitty chatty from me. Maybe not. We'll see. So that one said Happy Holidays, and this one says Merry Christmas. I wish they had given us like 3 of each, but I'm greedy. I'm being greedy now. So we created these in about 15 minutes or so, give or take the pausing. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Christmas wishes, give joy. So this is my creation for 3 on the 3rd. I hope that you like it. I don't have like a collaboration link, but maybe later I will link back to Wandering Dreamer 555's channel. And as the other participants, I'll put those in as well. So I want to say thank you for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.